glory, honors, and praises to Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Say Shalom to the elect of the nation of Israel, who we endure all things for. Shalom to all the Akim wa Akwathim who believe in Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. I say yet again, Shalom. And in this lesson, I'm going to be talking about vindication. Vindication is a very, very necessary way of looking at this truth and what we're into, because this world is looking to find fault with all of us Akim wa Akwathim who believe in Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. They're going to do whatever they can to blame the ministry, and Shalom to Brother Mashak. Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai Brakatah Akia. Shalom, man. So they're going to look for any little inkling, any little piece of evidence, so to speak, to blame us, and to always find a way to get back at us, so to speak. Because this world, it hates the righteousness of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai on this earth. And we know that we are the servants of the world because the whole world lies in wickedness. You understand that? Vindication is necessary because we've been blamed. We're being told that we're terrorists, that we're psychopaths, that we're just like these crazy people on this earth, out in the streets, in the highways and hedges, when all we're doing is just preaching Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. And that's a problem. But it's okay, because the Lord is going to vindicate his people. He's going to vindicate those who've been servants for him since the very beginning, since they were predestined, since the foundation of this earth. These people, whomever the elect are, they're going to be vindicated. They're going to be given the glory, their honor, and their praises from the Heavenly Father and his only begotten Son at some point in the near future. Now, of course, we're looked at as jokes. People mock us. They want to scoff at us. And that's okay, because the Lord is going to bring about his vengeance in due time. But let me get this first, Salakia. I don't want to ramble on too much. In the book of Psalms, chapter 35, verse 4. Let them be confounded and put to shame that seek after my soul. Yeah, let those who have been trying their hardest to confound us and to put us down in the spirit, let them be confounded. Let them learn the hard way of what's going to happen to those who try and do harm to the servants of the Lord. Because everybody who's done us wrong, everybody who's tried to do what they can to get us to be blamed, everyone who's tried their best to try and do wickedness in one of the servants of the Lord, his men and his women, they're all going to be brought down at some point. They're all going to suffer the consequences of their actions. Now, of course, we're in this flesh, and things may seem like it's not really prospering in our favor, but it really is, and you got to fight for that. You have to fight for Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, because there's people waiting for you to fall. There's actual spirits on this earth right now looking for any reason to clap their hands, to hiss at you, to sigh at you, because they have figured out, oh, this guy was a phony the whole time. This man, this woman, they were faking the funk. All this cursing out Esau, cursing out the heathens, cursing out their own families, cursing out everybody outside the circumcision. And now for some reason, you just gave up. Now we can't do that for the Lord. Not even for yourself. You can't give up on Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, and you can't give up on yourself, because there's an ultimate vindication coming to those who serve our God of the nation of Israel. Let me read on again in Psalms chapter 35, verse 4. Let them be confounded and put to shame that seek after my soul. Let them be turned back and brought to confusion that devise my hurt. And right now, there's a lot of confusion happening across the four corners of the earth, all because of Babylon the Great. And this kingdom, this queendom actually, because we can't call it a kingdom, they uplift the woman, they uplift the sodomites, they uplift everything that's wicked, and they give them a leeway to do that wickedness. and to prop them up in front of our faces, best believe these people are not going to last. Best believe the Lord is going to come in like a raging fire and put everyone where they're supposed to be, 6 feet under the ground, in hell, in their grave, not prospering, not just lollygagging throughout Babylon and all across the 4 corners of the earth. They're all going to feel the wrath of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, and they're all going to be devised hurt, a lot of hurt. Verse 5, let them be as chaff before the wind, and let the angel of Yahweh chase them. And you best believe angels on the right-hand side are going to put in pain for these people. We're also angels ourselves. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai just put us in these chains of darkness for some time, but all of that is going to go away. All we have to do is continue to work. It's not really that hard to understand, but most people make it seem to literally make it seem like what we're doing is like this really difficult thing that the Lord just happens to not see. Nah, he sees it. And he's testing you and he's trying you, and he wants to see what kind of spirit are you? What kind of man or woman are you? And you gotta want to strive for that vindication, man. I know I am. I'm not allowing nobody to say, oh, damn, he gave up. Oh, he was doing all that for no reason. They're going to sigh at you. They're going to laugh at you, mock you. They're going to remember that. And you don't want that to happen to you. Let the Lord vindicate you. He's going to vindicate you, man, ultimately, powerfully at the end, man. At the end of Esau's rule. Verse 6, let their way be dark and slippery, and let the angel of Yahweh persecute them. They're going to all be persecuted heavily, and good for their asses, because they deserve it. Because you can't just think you're going to get away with doing harm unto the Heavenly Father's chosen. That's not going to happen. Something as bad is going to happen to you if you think you could get away with something like that. Get the hell out of here. All you clowns, all you people just having to say something real stupid out of your mouths. The Lord is going to vindicate us, and we can't wait for that day. And best believe Yahweh Shai himself can't wait for that day, because he has the ultimate vindication. Those who pierced him, let me get that actually. Those who pierced him, they're going to have to pay. They're back in their lots, wherever they are, and they're going to remember that they put Yahweh Shai to death, and that's talking about the Romans, who are Edomites, by the way. Let's make that clear. This is Revelation chapter 1 and verse 7. Behold, he cometh with clouds, and that's talking about the chariots. The chariots are going to come in thousands upon thousands. And then we're going to see the biggest chariot. And Yahweh Shai is going to be in that. It's going to be the biggest, ultimate, most powerful fathership. And every eye is going to see him. And it's going to say, actually, behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, meaning everyone is going to see Yahweh Shai coming back in his angelic force, in his spiritual powers, in his real power that nobody has literally ever seen. But they're going to see it, and that's going to be in this lifetime. And they also, which pierced him, you see, those who pierced him, those who put him on the cross, those Edomites. And Yahweh Shai, he knew exactly who did it. He knew his people did it, but he also understood that those who took it out, who carried out the action, were the Edomites. And those soldiers, then centurions, they're going to have to pay for that. And that also proves that regeneration is an actual thing in the scriptures, because they're coming back into their lots, and they have to fulfill that prophecy, which is to see Yahweh Shai a second time. And they also, which pierced him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him. Everybody's going to be crying. They're going to be lamenting. They're going to be sad. They're going to be just completely faint-hearted at that day. They're going to have all doubt in their mind, because what we've been speaking, Yahweh Shai coming back in his full glory since 2 days ago. And people were mocking us, scoffing at us, saying he was not a so-called black man, which when they see him, every eye's going to see him. They're going to notice, damn, he really is this man. that the servants have been saying, that the prophets have been saying. You're gonna all be speechless. Yahweh Shai is really gonna do damage upon you people. And he's gonna be our ultimate vindicator. Isaiah chapter 63. He's gonna be full of blood on his garments. And it's not gonna be no laughing matter. Because people are laughing, they're gossiping, they're doing all manner of wickedness, and they act like it's all gonna continue on somehow in Babylon. Now you're sadly mistaken. But let me go back to the book of Psalms chapter 35, verse 7. For without cause have they hid for me their net in a pit, which without cause they have digged for my soul, and they laid traps for the servants of the Lord. Just look at all these agents. Look at all the people who try to put us in a certain predicament, in a certain position where we might fall. But if you believe in the Lord and he's going to deliver you, you have no worries in the world. But everybody else that doesn't have the covering of Psalms 91 under the shadow of the Almighty, man, they fucked. The Lord does not care about those people. He actually really does not care about a lot of people on this earth. The only people who he cares about is the servants, those who are doing his will. Just like in Matthew, where Yahweh Shai said, he that doeth the will of the Father is my mother, my brother, my sister. That's my kinsman. Anybody who outside of that, they're irrelevant. Verse 8, let destruction come upon him at unawares, and let his net that he had hid catch himself. Into that very destruction let him fall. And then all the snares that they've laid up for the servants of the Lord, the traps, these little nets that they have put for the Lord's servants, hey, they're going to fall right into it. Because the Lord predestined that's going to happen. And we believe that. So we have nothing to worry about. Everybody else outside of the circumcision, who doesn't believe in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai in truth and in sincerity, y'all going to be destroyed. Y'all going to fall by the edge of the sword, heavily, dreadfully, violently. And we can't wait for that, man. I know I can't wait for that. Man, just speaking about it, it gives me chills, because this is a very serious matter. And most people think that we're just joking, that we're just out there for no reason. Nah, we out there for a reason. And that's to vindicate Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Verse 9, and my soul shall be joyful in Yahweh, and it shall rejoice in his salvation. Because it's ultimately the Lord that's going to give us salvation. It's not out of our own hands, our own strength, our own doings. It's literally out of the Lord's love and also his predestined script that he has for a particular group of people. And that people is the elect, the remnant of the nation of Israel. That's why you really should not care about our people who are not supposed to get this information. Look, I don't want to share this precious information to just anybody. Yahweh Shai said, don't cast your pearls before swine. Don't give what's precious to those who are not even worthy of such information, such knowledge, such insight to who Yahweh himself is, who Yahweh Shai, his only begotten son, is. That's heavy, man. This is only for a very few people. So you should be very grateful for that. And because of that, you should strive, speaking for myself, to continue to fight for Yahweh Shai. And let me get this in the book of Psalms, chapter 26 and verse 1. Judge me, O Yahweh, for I have walked in mine integrity. I have trusted also in Yahweh, therefore I shall not slide. You're not going to slide. It's impossible. Listen, it's impossible to fall if you're serving the Lord. Because, again, Psalms 34 talks about that. The angel of Yahweh, Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai, encampeth round about them that fear him and delivereth them. And that's always happened throughout our ancestors. They've all been delivered. Now, sometimes they might have died certain deaths, and that's okay. It's all part of the ministry. It's all part of the persecution of speaking truth. Because this whole world is full of lies, deception, deceit, And people don't care about what we talk about. Well, actually they do, because they persecute us without even knowing what we're talking about. Again, the ultimate vindication, because of all of that, is going to happen. And we cannot wait to have our hands upon a lot of people's heads, man. We can't wait to finally act out vengeance that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai has promised to those in Psalms 139, Psalms 149th chapter, to those who are going to sing praises and have a double-edged sword across their hands and enact out vengeance upon all those who don't obey the gospel, those who don't obey the word of the Lord. Y'all going to have to pay. Y'all going to pay, period. Verse 2, examine me, O Yahweh, and prove me. Try my reins and my heart. And that's exactly what we want to do. Make sure we're walking in our integrity. Because if we're walking in our integrity, we have nothing to worry about. The Lord is going to do all the heavy lifting. He's going to do everything in his power to make sure that we continue to do his work no matter what. Whether you don't have a house, you don't have a car, you don't have a computer, you don't have internet, you may have lost a job, you may have lost a loved one, whoever, the Lord is going to supply your daily needs. That's why he says, Yahweh Shai, seek the kingdom and all these things will be added unto you. So don't worry about nothing. Just continue to put in the work for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, because we have to vindicate Yahweh Shai. We have to vindicate Yahweh. We have to show the world that righteousness is going to reign. It's going to happen, and no one's going to stop it. Read on. Verse 3, for thy loving kindness is before mine eyes, and I have walked in thy truth. I have not sat with vain persons, neither will I go with dissemblers. Verse 5, I have hated the congregation of evildoers, and will not sit with the wicked. And that's who we hate. Those who are wicked, those evildoers, those who do not believe in righteousness. We have to make sure we're doing our part. Because those that are wicked, they're doing their part. They're being evil. They're being an abomination in the sight of the Lord. And then on the opposite end, the righteous are reigning. The righteous are prospering in the wisdom and knowledge of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. They're going to prosper because that's written in the scriptures. In the book of Proverbs, it always talks about those that are wicked, they're going to be blotted out. Their candles are going to be completely removed. Their form of wisdom is an abomination. It's all just vain, and it's all going to melt, according to Ezekiel chapter 22. They're all going to be melted. Verse 6, I will wash mine hands in innocency, so will I compass thine altar, O Yahweh, that I may publish with the voice of thanksgiving and tell of all thy wondrous works. Yahweh, I have loved the habitation of thy house, and the place where thine honor dwelleth. And it's an honor to be doing the work of the Lord, to do exactly what he has said to do. Because most people can't do this work. And it's really not a hard thing to do, but because they're very evil, they can't succumb to wanting to do that which is righteous, to wanting to do something that's actually beneficiary to them and their own soul. Everything that's literally wicked, it has been propped up in the society. And that's the problem with this world. And it's not going to get any better. So because of that, especially when you have started in this truth, there's no going back, man. There's only going forward. And Shalom to Yowanathan Bakar, Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Barakatah, brother. Shalom, man. There's no going back to this world. I mean, what exactly are you looking for? Because again, you have to fight. You have to show that you truly are in this for righteousness' sake. This world is not going to get any better. This is why we strive for the truth unto death. Let me get that in the book of Sirach, chapter 4. Verse 28. Strive for the truth unto death, and Yahweh shall fight for thee. You see that? That's plainly easy to understand. The Lord is going to be right beside you. He's going to be there, always be there. And you should have that strong certainty that strong confidence that the Lord has given you through the Holy Spirit, knowing who you are, who your ancestors are. Hey man, the Lord is really with his men and his women who are doing his will. Everybody else outside of that, they fucked, man. Let me just say it like that, because you can't sugarcoat it. They fucked. They don't know who the Lord is. They're gonna fall by the edge of the sword. So what's the point of trying to stop your work right now? There's no point in doing that. You want to vindicate. You want to show that after all the blames, all the false accusations, everybody who has said, oh, he's gonna stop at some point, what he's doing is just, it's nothing. It's just a season. It's just for a season. Nah. Your whole life is going to be a season. Because those who are the remnant, the elect, they're going to be living forever. Everyone that's outside the elect, y'all going to be limited. And the righteous are going to be immortal. And I'm going to just say that through the spirit. Adonai is uplifting. And say, Kol Halayim, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. And say, Shalom to the elect of the nation of Israel. Shalom.